Just congratulate USC. They obviously were the better team tonight. I was proud of our team, how they responded in the second half. Obviously self-destructed right there before the end of the first half. Our plan was to slow the tempo down, and we wanted to play about 65 plays on defense and about 80 plays on offense. I think we ended up playing 79 on offense, 63 on defense. Bottom line is we turned the football over 4 times, and that absolutely killed us. They did a great job of executing. I mean, we got them in third down and long over and over and over again early, and you got to give them credit. They did some good things moving Adoree around, and we knew that they're very, very fast. But I felt really good early because I knew they couldn't run the ball, and we were able to handle that. Their speed and athleticism. We left a couple of critical errors, left some guys uncovered. But at the end of the day, we can't turn the ball over on going in on the 1 yard line. I think that was obviously the play of the game. And then you run the ball out. I mean, we haven't done stuff like that. That stuff's unacceptable. And we as coaches, we can't have that stuff happening. Those back to back. I mean, that was 14-point swing. I thought we'd have punched that thing in and scored. I really thought because we were dominating the line of scrimmage defensively that we could win the game. We moved the football. I think there's 5 yards difference in the yardage. Who cares about that? But they were the better team tonight, and congratulate them. They did a good job. Question?
Todd, you mentioned the fumbles there in the first half. Just overall from the offense with the ball security, there was a big drop pass. This is kind of some sloppiness that we haven't seen from this offense in a while.
Really has been. That's been the problem. We work really hard preparing them. We got some new guys handling the football. There's a lot of drop passes, and we're putting the ball in jeopardy. Way too much. I mean, and we've never done that in the whole. This is we put the ball in jeopardy. Is what's. If you do that, that's why I say that all the time. You're not going to have a chance to win games. Now you have to give them credit, but what happened on the goal line is we have our backup center in, and again, that no excuse, but snap the ball up high, and then we don't get the ball handed off, or something happened on the mesh. It wasn't a read zone. He was just supposed to hand it off. And so that resulted in 7 points the other way, 99.5 yards. So, we got to get that under control. If you look at the stats and you look at everything else, that's the difference. Because I'm just telling you now, they got some, they moved the football on everybody they played. You can't give up the big play to them. But even when we did, we were able to get it down and battle. I mean, I thought our guys battled. I was really proud of Salamo Fiso and the defense and how they responded. We went out the second half and we gave up one score. Obviously, Lloyd getting hurt us a little bit there. He's pretty important to us. But that's been the deal. That's been their big deal there. And then just the deal on running the ball out of the end zone. That's just absolutely. Is not acceptable. It's not going to happen ever again. That's absolutely can't do that. And we addressed that. Before the game, I talked about again. It doesn't matter about talking about stuff. When we talk about with all the right intentions, you don't operate outside the system. And when you're moving backward in the end zone, we practice that every single day. And they know not to bring it out of there. But obviously, we didn't do it in the game. And somebody just trying to make a play, and then we fumble the ball, turn the football over there, and that was 14 points in a very short period of time. The game was extremely competitive early. Obviously we were moving the ball. I mean, we were moving the ball and doing some good things. So I felt like we were going to be okay if we could have got that touch. They'd make it a 2-score game, and that was obviously a kick in the gut, and then followed by another kick in the gut. So we're self-destructing when you're turning the football over like that.
Coach, you mentioned the third down issues. A lot of those were medium and long type plays. Was there a theme, or what did you take from your inability there after some success on early downs?
We obviously were trying to pressure and then we were trying to defend. We tried just about everything. We had guys on guys. They got underneath us, and we were struggling. It wasn't the deep ball; it was the unders. And so, then when we played zone, then the quarterback ran for 17 yards, which was, so I don't know. I'll have to look at the film and evaluate it, but obviously that was the biggest thing defensively in the first half was just, not being able to. And that is uncharacteristic of us, and I think it had a lot to do with their speed and athlete. Got to give Cody credit. He did a good job getting the ball out quick, they ran mesh T-will. That's what they ran 5 times, and that's all we practiced. So they executed and we didn't.
Anyone else? Doug?
Coach, you talked about how this is one of the most talented teams you've ever had. Do you think it's just as simple as you guys making some mistakes, or is there some misevaluation going on?
No, I think we. This is the best team we've had. Overall, we're just not playing that way, and we're not. That's my opinion. I work with them every day. Our run defense and our defensively, we're better than we've ever been. Special teams wise, we're faster and deeper. We're doing some good things there, and then you do just things that are just uncharacteristic of what we need to be doing. But we're just not. We're not playing. We got very talented players. Obviously, we got some new people, a lot of new receivers, new people in there, and we're dropping the ball and turning the ball over. And so we've got to get a cap on that. We start practice every day with taking care of the football and doing all those things. We just got to get the chemistry of what we're doing going where we need to be. And I do think that we played a lot better offensively tonight than we've played, and that was probably one of our better games. Obviously, had everybody back, but just the timing and execution hasn't been there, and it has a lot to do with who we're playing. The team we played was pretty good, and they were better than us tonight.
Last one, Doug. Todd, have you been pleased with your tackling up to this point?
Yeah, there were times we missed some tackles tonight, man. And we gave up a hitch screen on the sideline that's just, golly, we came underneath, and we just don't. That's just something we just don't do. And but they got some. They throw that ball out there to number 2, and it's number 2, number 9, or Dory, and those guys are Juju pretty daggum athletic, So, but we missed some tackles tonight, especially trying to knock people down. There's no excuse to be tired because we did we managed that. We did keep the ball, and I think we had the ball. I know a lot more than they did. I think about 10 minutes more than they did on the night, and that was by design. And obviously, we knew we needed to keep their offense off the field. They got some really explosive guys, and we thought we could get to the quarterback a little bit more. I don't know how many. I think we had quite. We probably had, 8 or 9 TFLs and probably 3 sacks or something like that. And we needed to have about 8 sacks, and we missed him back in the backfield on one that just broke our back. So, but you got to give him credit. You got to give them credit on everything. It's obviously. I do think that we played. Obviously, with the guys back on offense, we played a lot better offensively tonight than we have. We had a lot of yards, just not scoring the points we need to. We've got a lot of drops and things like that. So we just got to go to work. I remember going over and getting my butt kicked by Stanford, and everybody, it's how you respond to this. If this is the best team that we've had, then we're going to respond, and we got to go and figure out a way to go win next week. Half the teams in the conference are 0-1, so that's the way it is. And so you got to get up and go to work, but you can only make excuses for 1 or 2 more weeks, and you got to win. So that's kind of the way it is now. It's single elimination, and no one ever wins this league that goes undefeated. But we've got to get the turnover deal under control because that's just, you cannot win and turn the ball over like that. And that's something that's just we got to get a hold of, and that's something that's the number one thing we emphasize in our programs, taking care of the ball. So obviously we're not getting it. All right.